everyone, welcome to the Kim Show. Today I wanted to talk about something a little bit different, which isn't really something that I even talk that much about with my friends. I kind of only talk about this with my family. And that is that I have alopecia. And I haven't really scripted this out or anything. I just kind of wanted to be open and candid about it. So I wanted to talk about how I discovered my alopecia and my diagnosis. So I first noticed that I was kind of losing hair at an abnormal rate the summer going into my junior year of high school. So I was about 16 and I was really big into like French braiding my hair and stuff. So I was actually in the car and I was French braiding my hair for a pool party. It was a Sweet 16 that I was going to. And I noticed that as I was braiding my hair, a lot of hair was coming out, which was pretty abnormal for me. And I kept noticing instances like this. And then fast forward a few weeks, my mom was blow drying my hair because at the time I had super long hair. It was like impossible to do on my own. And I had picture day the next day, so my mom was just doing it because I wanted to look my best. And she was separating my hair into pieces, and then she like stopped. And she didn't say anything at first, but then she was like, "Kimmy, you have a bald spot at the back of your head." And of course, being a 16-year-old, I freaked out and I went on to WebMD and I was looking at all the possible causes and I found alopecia. And normally WebMD isn't right, so I tried not to freak out and I was like, I'm probably just iron deficient or something, or it's probably just a thyroid problem. I'm gonna get this fixed and then I won't have to deal with this. So I went to the doctor that week and she ran my blood tests and all my blood tests were normal. So she sent me to a dermatologist and that dermatologist confirmed that I had alopecia, and she basically explained what it is. And it is a disease that is an autoimmune disease that causes your immune system to attack your hair follicles because your body can't recognize your hair as your own. And at the time I just had one tiny spot, which is right here, and I actually still have it and it grew a lot. So I went and I got some injections in it, and then it continued to grow and nothing was happening. So I was referred to a specialist doctor who specializes in alopecia, and I went to her and she basically explained alopecia to me, and she said it's something like I currently have alopecia areata, but it's something that could go into a remission and I would stop having bald spots, and that could be for like a few years, or it could be for my life, or it could turn into something where I lose all the hair on my head, which would be alopecia totalis. And then it could also turn into something where I lose all the hair on my body, including like eyebrows and eyelashes, and that would be called alopecia universalis. And there's really no way to predict what's gonna happen. I've been fortunate that for the past 4 years it stayed as alopecia areata, and while those spots have grown and I've discovered new spots and then hair has grown in its place and then fallen out again, I find that that's a pattern, that it falls out in the same spots pretty often. I do have really thick hair, so I'm very lucky that I'm able to hide it. But in high school, and I still am, I did a lot of ballet, so that was really hard because putting in a bun when you have 3 or 4 pretty large bald spots is super hard. And come the end of junior year, I actually had a pattern of alopecia where I had a spot here, and it circled down the back of my hair. So my hairline was pretty elevated, like maybe 2 maybe 3 inches up. So that was really hard. I had lived off of headbands, and I actually created a way of making a bun that like pulled my hair so that I could cover that line, but it definitely wasn't the best bun ever. And before then, since I was super into French braiding, I always had cool buns. Like I would do a French braid and wrap it in a braid, and I stopped doing that and I started wearing headbands every day, and people would be like, "Why don't you do your cool buns anymore?" And of course I didn't want to say anything, so that was pretty uncomfortable for me. And as anybody would know, just being a 16-year-old with alopecia is definitely difficult, and it's definitely easier for me now, partially because I'm older, so I just don't care as much, and also because I've had it for so long that I've just kind of accepted it, and I don't have so much fear that I'm going to lose all of my hair anymore because it's been 4 years of the same pattern. I don't see it going any other way at this point, but I will say that at this point in time I probably have like 30 to 35% hair loss, which is actually a lot, and I know that you can't tell, but it's there, and I find it really hard to cover when I'm going to the gym, or again, since I still do ballet a bit, if I'm trying to put a bun in. Fortunately, I don't really do as many shows anymore as I used to. That was always the hardest because you can't wear a headband for ballet shows. I remember there was a time where I was like talking to my mom, I was like, I don't want to do the show this year, I don't want to be in the Nutcracker, and my mom was just like, no, you have to be in it, you're not going to let a little bit of hair loss stop you, because really I am so fortunate that obviously it's not a disease that can kill me, it's not a disease that inhibits me from being able to do the things that I love, except for, you know, maybe the way I look, but I can't let that stop me, because there are people that have, you know, people that have loss of limbs and they still do the things they love, including like ballet or gymnastics, and I just decided to accept it, and I really don't let it stop me from doing things that I want. So that was my story, and if you have alopecia, please feel free to share your story, or if you're just interested in watching, thank you so much for watching. I really want to use my channel as a way to spread awareness of alopecia, because a good 1 to 2% of the US has alopecia, and I think that there's so little understanding of it, and it would have made my diagnosis, for me, it would have made it easier if there was more understanding, because I would have known what it was at the time, my parents would have known, and the people around me, I wouldn't have to be like afraid that people will see my spots and think what's wrong with her. And I know a lot of other people, especially high school and middle school age kids with alopecia, feel the same way about it. So again, thank you for watching, and please make sure to comment down below, give this video a thumbs up, and subscribe for more fun videos, but also alopecia related videos.